The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to our IN.FORM webinar this evening on the 30th of October. We thank each and every one of you for joining us tonight, carving out a little bit of time from your busy schedules to learn from one of our great IN.FORM coaches to help you become a better IN.FORM coach yourself. So again, we compliment you for being here and look forward to an hour of great discussion with you and with our fabulous presenter, Ms. Kim Cassidy. My name is Scott Terry. I work here at Nature Sunshine's home office and have the pleasure of hosting tonight's webinar. We invite you to type your questions and comments in now or any point throughout the webinar. We'll make sure that we save a little bit of time at the end to answer questions that you may have, and look forward to wrapping up our discussion with a nice little chat with those of you who have some questions. So again, welcome. If you've not noticed already, there is a handout that you can download. It's going to be probably on the right side of your screen. You might need to expand the little orange box that has the arrow inside of it. If you click on that, it should hopefully be fairly easy to identify where the handout is that you can download. The handout is a PDF copy of all of the slides that we'll be looking at this evening. So if you find or think those might be helpful either tonight or later on, we invite you to download that handout and follow along tonight, make some notes, or print it out later and review the great information that is found therein. All right, well, let's get to the good stuff. As mentioned, we have a very well qualified, excellent IN.FORM coach that is going to lead our discussion tonight. This is Kimberly Cassidy that you see on your screen. She is a naturopathic doctor and an IN.FORM coach, obviously. She's an area manager in the Cleveland, Ohio area. I've known Kim for a long time, many years. More recently, we had the pleasure of having Kimberly out here at home office about a month ago for a couple of days to celebrate her recent advancement to the rank of area manager, and we got to spend some time together there when she was, or here I should say, when she was out for a couple of days, and she just really inspired all of us that were part of that new area manager event. She got to tell her story, and we asked her, what are you doing to grow to the rank of area? And boy, most of it, if not all of it, was through her efforts as an IN.FORM coach. So she is indeed qualified to lead our discussion tonight. And Kimberly, we're excited to have you with us. We invite you now to take over the keyboard and share your knowledge, your passion for the IN.FORM program with all of us. And we look forward to learning from you. So take it away.
Thank you, Scott. I really appreciate that. I hope I can live up to all of the positive compliments you gave me. I really appreciate that.
That'll be easy.
Here's our quick agenda. We are going to discuss our why, talk about a success checklist, what we need to do to get started and to fill our groups, and then different things that help us lead to our success, as well as the income potential that comes with IN.FORM, identifying new coaches and excuses, and how leaders are meant to lead. So what is an ADMO? So when we're talking about daily methods of operation, we're talking about prospecting and then sponsoring, selling, and then developing leaders and coaches. So when we talk about prospecting, we're truly looking at who are we talking to on a daily basis? Who is knowing who we are and what we do? Who knows of Nature Sunshine? So that is definitely something we should be doing on a daily basis, and we're going to discuss that more in depth as we go on. And then who we end up talking to on a daily basis and introducing ourselves to and discussing natural health with turns into who we end up sponsoring. And so when we're sponsoring, yes, this is a very big IN.FORM webinar right now, but it also applies to, are you into oils? Are you into just working with Chinese herbs, things like that? And whoever we're going to be selling to is then who we're sponsoring. And it goes back and forth on what we like to concentrate in. And within that, you'll find the people who really get into what you're doing or what you're saying and really abide by our Nature Sunshine family, so to speak. And those are the people that we're going to develop into our leaders and our coaches and help our business grow more. So IN.FORM is a definite great opportunity to produce extra income for you. Okay, this program has the science behind it, as well as the opportunity with it to make it happen. You have this consistent activity going if you're holding IN.FORM classes that gives you the ability to make extra income. So firstly, what is IN.FORM? And IN.FORM is combining a positive lifestyle with science-based education and supplements, and we're supporting our healthy gut microbiome, our body composition, weight management, and cardiovascular function. So that is a little blurb that I like to kind of memorize and know. So when I'm talking to someone, I can spit out a few sentences and give them just a little bit about IN.FORM and why it's so great. I also love to tell people that we are patent pending, because that also shows that we have something that no one else has. So when they hear that, the light bulb goes off. Wow, this must be really something special. So when we're doing IN.FORM, we are looking at the root of the problem, which is this unbalanced microbiome, which are modern diets and stress cause these environmental toxins as well, make us out of balance and can cause a list of issues that you see there on the right. So IN.FORM is able to shift what's going on here. And that's where people can see the difference, that if we can change your lifestyle, yes, weight loss is a great side effect, but we're also going to be able to somewhat balance your blood sugar and maybe lower your cholesterol, get your blood pressure more in a normal range as well. And my favorite part, especially in dealing with a lot of moms, that's who I am with on a regular basis, it's our ability to cope with our stress so much better. Having all of our kids and then getting them to school, and for me, it's getting them to dance and all the things in daily life. And how are we coping with that? Getting that healthy microbiome helps them handle their stress. So there's one key note there to pay attention to when you're working with a lot of moms. So what is your metabolic age? This is something I talk about every time I do a class. It doesn't matter if I'm going to go talk about essential oils, if I'm just going to talk about our immune system. Our age and metabolic age always comes with me, okay? Because I'm always bringing my bio tracker with me. So you are all here because you are IN.FORM coaches. So you all have these bio trackers. Please, please, please utilize them. That is your biggest business grower that you have in the palm of your hand. That has the ability to tell people a starting off point of where they are, whether they're dehydrated, whether their fat's too high, whether they're really overweight and because their fat's too high and their muscle mass is low, their visceral fat's high. You have to know these numbers. And I tell everyone that who has become an IN.FORM coach, you need to know what those numbers mean, forward, backward, inside out, and what causes one to affect another. So for example, what I'm trying to say is, if someone came in and go, oh my gosh, I didn't lose any weight this week, and they're really upset, we've all had those people. Well, their fat percentage went down. So, okay, they didn't lose any weight, but their fat percentage went down. That means they must have gained muscle mass. And they did. They put on 2 pounds of muscle and lost fat. Well, that's a whole completely different story. And how exciting is that? So you need to know these numbers, because this is very important when it comes to building your IN.FORM groups. That is something you're going to be dealing with on a weekly basis. And that is a great, great, excellent way to bring more people into your business. So when I'm talking about IN.FORM, I like to use this little brochure that Nature Sunshine gives us. Now, if you're someone who is good at putting your groups into the IN.FORM Coaches portal, then you will know that once you get to 5 members, in your group, you will qualify for special benefits, which Scott will actually talk about, I believe, a little bit later. So once you get to 5 in your group, your sometimes benefits are Inspire points. Sometimes you can get t-shirts. Sometimes you'll get these free brochures. And this is something that I love when I get, because I just get my little sticker out and I put it on the back. And this is something I pass out all the time. My lady that I see at the bank every week has these. My yoga studio has these sitting out. Everywhere I am on a weekly basis has these sitting out promoting what I'm doing. I also love that we got some shirts that say on the back, "What is your metabolic age?" It's a very, very good eye-catching shirt. And so if you don't already have one, you can order them in the coaches portal, and they're great advertisement for yourself. I suggest everyone have one. Or I also have this black IN.FORM zip up that I love, and I wear it everywhere. And I suggest that if you are into that, zip up hoodies or things like that, you should get one, because it is your best advertisement. When people say, "Oh, what is IN.FORM? What is that about?" They want to talk about it. So when we look at building our business, and I say building because we are all here because we want to build our business and be better at what we do, including myself, we have to talk about our why. Why are we here? What gets us going every day? That is one picture of those are some of my coaches that are with me in my home, with this beautiful picture in the background that one of my clients made for me. And there's also a picture of my 2 little girls. They are little dancers. They competitively dance, and they are so phenomenal. And that is part of my why. I love helping people get their own financial freedom. I love helping people create their own business in what is driving their passion, because their passion is similar to my passion. I want to help people feel better. It is such an amazing feeling inside for someone to tell you, "You helped me so much. I can't tell you how good I feel." And that inside is what keeps me going every single day. So that is why I do IN.FORM. And I want to do IN.FORM also for my children. I want to be able to provide a very good life for them and be able to afford to let them dance as much as they do. And oh my gosh, they're going to be going to high school and then college soon. So there's all those little things too. So we have to learn how to be relatable to other people. We have to know how to talk to them in a way that will be, understanding to how you're a real person just like they are. And they like to see that. Building relationships, we're all about building relationships. If we can find clients that we can be friendly with, they're more comfortable with you and they're more trusting of you. And that is a very big step in having clients that are repetitive clients. Once they find something in common with you or feel like they can trust you, they're never going to leave you. Oh, Scott, are you there? I hit that too hard.
I am here. Do we need to go back?
If you could, I don't know what happened.
Sure. Yeah, let's see.
And
let's see.
Backwards, it was the picture. There we go.
Okay, perfect.
That's one of my favorite pictures.
Oh, yeah.
Scott was there. You can see Josh in that picture, too. So another big why for me is to travel, and I love, love, love traveling. And this was a phenomenal trip in the Mediterranean that we took over the summer. And that was something that I earned doing this business. And nothing feels better than a trip that you earned that you didn't have to pay for, but you earned it doing something you loved. And I was able to take my dad on this trip with me to see amazing things in Italy and France. And that's what gets me. Traveling gets me. But for somebody else, they may want a new car, or they may want extra money to pay for their house, their college tuition. So think about how you can make other people feel when you know that you're changing their life. You're not only changing their health, but you're also changing their life in helping them afford a new car or afford this house that they've always wanted. So in starting with my why, I also have very important IN.FORM groups. So there are 2 groups that I have on the bottom there that anybody can join. That's why I have them there. But I have one called Health, Wellness, and Sunshine. And I love this group because it is a discussion group that everyone is into natural health. So some people are my clients, some people are not yet my clients. They've been added to my group by their friends. But it is a great place to talk about all these different amazing aspects of natural health. And now that we're so tech savvy and always on our phones, Facebook is a great way to be able to advertise yourself. So instead of doing all this on my personal page, I actually created a group for people that want to know more about health because they want to be there and they're interactive and they think it's really fun. I also have a business page, and I think everyone should have a business page so you can show that you are an established business. Here are my hours. Here's my phone number. Here's my email. Here's how to find me. And I also have another Facebook group for just my IN.FORM participants so that when we're talking weekly, we can have little competitions with who has the most steps in today, or here's a fun new recipe to try, or things of that nature. And then I also have another Facebook group for just people who are managers or IN.FORM coaches or people who are interested in building a business, because then we're talking about business motivation on a daily basis. So with all these groups, I post in them once a day, sometimes twice a day. People want you to be active in your group, and they see that you're motivating them. And, just today we did a fun little post in my Health, Wellness, and Sunshine group. Did you know it took 17 minutes of burpees to burn off one little mini Snickers? And people love it. They think it's so funny, like, oh my gosh, that Snickers isn't worth it. So these are the types of things that really help when you can use social media to grow your business. We also do similar posts on Instagram. And Twitter, you're also using hashtags. So I was talking with Brian at one point. I think we need to do maybe a little class on teaching people how to use Facebook and Instagram and Twitter so that they can use this for their business more often and more frequently. In Instagram too, when you're using hashtags, I'm always using one that says Nature Sunshine or hashtag NSP. We're also doing the microbiome takeover right now, so that's a big one. But hashtag herbs, hashtag supplements, things like that, and then people will find you. So you'll find people who are looking for Nature Sunshine products, or you'll find people that really want to know more about herbs and supplements, or even IN.FORM. They'll find you. Success checklist. So when we're dealing with people that are trying to build a business such as yourself, I am giving people assignments. So my group of managers and IN.FORM coaches meets the first Friday of every month. And what we do is we have a planner and we set dates and we set goals and what every person needs to do, because we're all not on the same exact level. So some people want to have 2 new members for the month. Someone else wants to have their own manager for that month. And we concentrate on what do they need to do to be able to get that for the month. I keep my groups engaged. That's why I have a specific Facebook group for them, because then I can be in contact with them every day. And they also help each other and encourage each other to grow because they're all teammates. I call us a family all the time. Just like you heard me in the beginning, my Nature Sunshine family. We're always a family, so we're always helping each other. We always encourage people to never give up and keep trying. And if someone isn't into it, or if someone's having a struggling time with bringing people in, we always tell them it's really not them. It's, that someone's maybe not ready or they don't understand it yet. And we don't want anyone to take anything personal. So we're all in this together and we're all in here to help each other grow. And that's kind of what I laugh about when I'm doing these webinars with you guys. Sometimes these webinars I think can be repetitive, but you know what? I've listened to some of these webinars 3 or 4 times. I hear something different every time I hear it. And I've been an IN.FORM coach now for quite a while, and I'm still learning things every time I listen to a webinar. So even when we sometimes think, what else could we learn from these webinars? I'm telling you, I always learn something. So I'm going to quickly go through the success checklist, but we already covered our whys. There is a visualization aspect. Everyone should have a vision board or dream board, whatever you call it, where they are seeing what is important to them all the time. Technically, you are supposed to pass your vision 20 times a day. So, you know, my goal is to be on the next trip. Okay, I want to be on that next Baltic cruise. So I see a picture of the Baltic cruise ship multiple times a day because I'm going to be on that ship. All right. So this could be for anybody. It could be a house. It could be going to Disney World, whatever it may be. You need to pass it all the time so your body's always generating that vibration and that energy. So that is very important. I'm the queen of Post-it notes. If anyone actually knows me on this call, I'm not sure who's here. I Post-it notes all over my house, reminding me of positive affirmations and positive thoughts and whatever it may be for that day, or something I'm struggling with, or something I need to improve on. So just think about those things when you're really trying to grow. Maybe you want to become a district manager. So you're going to write on that Post-it note, I'm a district manager. So now you're going to go post it in the bathroom, post it in your bedroom, post it in the kitchen, post it on your desk, post it on your computer, everywhere. Sunshine Rewards. So Sunshine Rewards is beneficial to your business for the fact of, you know, someone is placing an order with you every single month. Now, you have to have it be 100 QV, not $100, it's 100 QV. And then they are able to get that, well, I don't know. Right now, if they sign up, it's 20% back. I'm not sure how long that's going to go. I think that's just till tomorrow. But they get the 20% back in product the following month to use. Super awesome. Who doesn't want free product? But not even that, then you know someone's always purchasing and they can change their order every month. Staying connected. We talked about Facebook. I always tell my clients to text NSP at the 22403 because they're able to get text instead of emails. And I think in the way our world is now, less people read emails, everyone's reading their text. But also, you do get a $10 coupon for the first time you get a message from them, which is great. Also, the NSP Tools app. I was laughing about this because I got a call about how I had one of the highest amounts of people take the health assessment on the NSP Tools app. That health assessment is amazing. It takes maybe 3 minutes for someone to do this health assessment that you can send them from your link, and they can see what areas of their body aren't quite functioning up to their potential. And you know what? There's a bottle of Nutricalm you're selling right there because their body is super stressed. Or there's a bottle of probiotics they're going out your door because they go, oh my gosh, my digestive system needs so much help. Can I get one of those? So if you haven't downloaded the NSP Tools app yet, I really suggest that you do it. I have loved working with it. It is very, very easy to work with. Even the people who are not great on their smartphones will be able to use it very, very easily. Also, any meetings that are happening in your regional area, you should be at. You should bring all your friends, all your family. You should be there. And this is part of why I know Scott so well. You know, when you go to these regional meetings, go introduce yourself to who your corporate regional manager is. We used to have Scott. Now we have Brian Wall. You want to go and meet these guys, and you want them to know your face. You want them to know who you are. And you want to establish this great relationship with them because those guys will help you with anything you need. And I think people don't always realize how awesome that all of our corporate regional managers are in providing us with these classes. You know, if we ask for a class, we get one. See how easy that was? So it's really beneficial to start maybe making these relationships with all these people. And the more guests you bring, the more that people are going to be interested. Your NSP website, if you have not set up your My NSP website yet, you need to do it. Anybody in your group who is thinking about becoming a manager or growing their business needs to set this website up. And then what you do is you take and put the website on your business card. So if anyone ever wants to order, they have the ability to just go on your website and you know that they're automatically going to be purchasing under you. Easy peasy. Your business card, as we just talked about, it should have your phone, your email, your website, and your NSP account number. We just got a bunch of new business cards not that long ago because all of our NSP account numbers changed. Your NSP account number should be on there because what if they decide to call into the company? They want to know who you are, and you want them to know who you are. We don't want to lose a sale. And we hand these out daily. So our rule of thumb is that we leave the house with 3 business cards. We're not coming home with 3 business cards. So wherever you go that day, church, the shopping mall, a meeting, friends, relatives, I will say some days, because I work out of my home, I don't really leave my house because I'm here all the time. But I will tell you what I end up doing is for my clients that are here that I see all day, I will give them business cards and say, hey, can you give this to one of your friends that you think could use my help? So there's also that option. So think about it in those terms too. Sometimes I know we're not always out in the public eye. So there's another option for you guys, okay? So organize your business. Do you guys have brochures that you use? The IN.FORM mini brochure, I love that one. I'm going to show you the other one I use in a minute. Make a list of people you are into talking to, or you could call to give them information about Nature Sunshine that you may have not talked to, or people who haven't used the product in a while, or old IN.FORM participants. You should be contacting multiple people a day. So the way my business runs is because I have my kids every morning. So I get up at 5:30, I take a little jog, do my meditation, get the kids up, take them to school, come home, shower, and at 9 o'clock, I start my business. From 9 to 10 every day is business. So if I'm calling people, I'm following up with people, 9 to 10 always has to be business, because if we don't do something for our business every day, especially in the morning, it's never going to get done. We keep putting it on the back burner, and then we go, oh, I forgot to call those 2 people today. No, that's the most important part of our business, okay? I want everyone to realize that. That's the most important part. So speaking of, there's the following up. So I always follow up within 48 hours of an initial first-time contact with someone. How are you? Did you have any questions? What did you feel about the protein powder I gave you? Or how did you like that anxious list sample? And then from there, if I'm doing a consultation, I'm always asking them within 4 days to a week, how are you feeling? How are the supplements working for you? Usually nobody has questions, but some people do. Some people will also say, hey, I need to get another bottle of this, or I want to try this. Almost every follow-up phone call leads to me selling a product. And at first, yes, the calls can be uncomfortable, and you have to get used to it and kind of get in your groove of what am I going to say. You know what? Just sound happy. And they go, hey, I'm doing pretty good. I tried that protein shake. I think I'm going to buy a bag. Or, you know what, I'm already running low on my probiotic. Could you get me another one? I don't want to run out. It happens almost every time. And I laugh because my assistant's here, and she's just, man, you got away with those follow-up calls. There is something to them. So the other thing is, too, when you notice these people that are really doing that for you, you want to share the business opportunity with them. You want them to see that, hey, did you know that you're going to be able to get this bonus check at the end of the month? And did you know if you send other people to me, I can sign them up under you? And then you can make money that way too? Or did you ever think about becoming an IN.FORM coach with me? So there's all these little things that sometimes people don't give people the opportunity to know. They don't know what they don't know. You always have to let them know what they're able to do. And hosting a class or a party, I do this all the time. Every other weekend I have a class. I do parties a lot during the week. I just did a really fun one last week for one of my clients who, she just wanted to talk about the immune system, and brought all her friends over, and, you know, we're sniffing Essential Shield and People are trying chewable vitamin C's, and man, did we have such a great time. And we had hundreds of dollars in sales in an hour and a half. So doing things like this will promote your business. You can do them on products for your immune system. You can do them on oils, and you can also do it on your gut. And doing it on your gut, at least if we're talking about probiotics and balancing the microbiome, then you can also lead into IN.FORM. Now, I've done classes on the gut many times, and every time I do that, I bring someone with me to share a testimonial on IN.FORM. I've done IN.FORM and I've loved it, but hearing it from somebody else is always great for them. And I have so many people that I have good testimonials with, it's really never hard to bring them with me, and they also have a good time. And then NSP webinars, we kind of talked about that a little bit before, that I really never miss a webinar. I don't want to miss a webinar. That's in my appointment book, just like my appointments, because I am always learning and I never stop. And I think it's interesting. Not everyone may be as interested as I am in every webinar that happens, but I feel like we're always going to hear something that will affect how we run our business or how we're running our groups. And that's what's really important. Or if something we find that isn't working for us, you know, why are people not coming back? Why are people quitting halfway through our IN.FORM group? Or why is someone not losing weight? You know what? I hear what I need to hear every time I hear one of these webinars. So sometimes just putting it on and listening, you're like, wow, I forgot about that. Okay, so I am someone who works from my home. I do not have a store. And I like to tell people that you don't have to have a store to do this business. You don't have to have a store to do IN.FORM. You can have a kitchen table and do an IN.FORM group. I do it out of my living room. You'll see a picture a little bit later. Depending on the group, it's my living room and my dining room. You never know what's going to happen around here. But I like working out of my home, and I feel like it's a very safe place for a lot of people, and they're really comfortable here, and they're relaxed. And all you have to do is find somewhere to have these meetings. And once you find a place to have meetings, the people will come. So you can even find a room in your church. I've actually used my yoga studio at one point. I've done them in different health clubs. You can find multiple places to do these meetings. So getting started, you need to set a date for your meeting, and you need to just commit to it. Today's the day, it's going to happen, and let's do it. Invite as many people as you can, get them on the bio tracker, let them know their metabolic age. I think that's one of the most important things to tell someone when they're doing it, because that number is usually a shocking number. They're 30 years old and go, oh my gosh, I'm 65 on that bio tracker. What is happening? So when you're inviting people, you really want to give a little talk about your why. What is it? Why is it important to you? For me, doing IN.FORM, it started because I was in the hospital with pneumonia, and I was very, very sick. And then I was on these steroids, and I put on all this weight, and then I didn't feel good. And what am I going to do? So I became an IN.FORM coach, and I did the IN.FORM program, and I lost my weight, and I felt great, and I got down to my 20s in that bio tracker. Woohoo! So they want you to be a product of the product. Otherwise, they're not going to be able to understand, well, if it didn't work for you, how is it going to work for me? Or if it's not working for you, how is it going to work for me? So you need to show them, this is something we can do for life. This is something to rebuild and replenish your body. We're working with real food. We're giving you good supplements. We're going to get your body back in balance. And they need to start that and see that in you. We need to set daily goals. So when we have to make time for business building every day, like I said, that's my 9 to 10 hour, we need to make sure we're contacting so many people every morning. 2 people a day, 3 people a day. We We can email them. We can messenger them. We can even text them. Hey, is there a time I can call you? Or you can just call someone. And this isn't even necessarily calling people that you know. It's even calling businesses around you saying, I offer this really great service. Do you guys think you could utilize me? Or maybe can I come in and we could have a cup of coffee or a cup of tea and we could talk about what I do and see if that's something that you could incorporate into your business. You know, you can call chiropractic offices. You can go to any gym around you and see what they're doing and if they can use you. And remember, yes, you may go in uncomfortable and yes, you may be turned down. But here's the funny part. I've had people hold on to my card for 2 years and then go, hey, I need you now. I met you so long ago and I still have your card. Can you come in? Or can I come see you? So just because you don't necessarily have them right now, you're still planting the seed that may bring them back to you. So anywhere you go, though, I'm always discussing gut health. And anytime I do a class or anytime I do a group, my bio tracker is with me. So never leave the house without your bio tracker. That's the key here. I joke with that because you can't leave it in the car. It doesn't work if it's cold. But I always have that bio tracker. You have something in the palm of your hand that can create a business that no one else can have because of that bio tracker. No one else has the ability to give them so much information in such little time and then say, well, I can fix that for you. We can repair your body and all those numbers can change. And they go, you can? So that's when I give them this other bigger brochure. And I like this brochure after I talk to someone. So this is not a brochure I just give them off the cuff. This is one that says reverse your metabolic age. You can order that one on Nature Sunshine. The stock number for that one is 21979. And I like that one because it's a little bit more in detail as to what IN.FORM is. So this is a good little, I want to even say it's like the first chapter of the book without the food, of how it explains what we're doing with IN.FORM. So those are always in my bag with my bio tracker because I give that to them. And I tuck their little sheet in there that has all their numbers on them. So when they come back to me, they always bring that and go, okay, let's see if my numbers changed when I started or if they got worse. There's also my contact info. So if anybody has any questions, you can email me or you can call me. Yes, this is my, I can't even say it. So I'm just dumbfounded by how amazing the bio tracker is. This is taken my business to a higher level that I never thought was able to happen. So we laugh when we talk about the bio tracker because anyone who works for me, which I have quite a few people now, knows how to do the bio tracker and they all know what the numbers mean by heart. They even know what order they come in. And that's how I feel you guys should know the bio tracker if you're doing IN.FORM. That's the meat and potatoes of the of the whole thing. Okay. So that's why I feel like I'm reiterating this a lot, but that's why it's the most important part of what we're doing here. Okay. Setting goals for people. This is for you, but this is also if you're trying to build people up or help people build their business. This goes both ways because it's building your empire. And here's your brilliant goals for 2016. We need a new one for 2017. But it's truly about helping people set their goals, whether it's for IN.FORM or for building their business. I use this for both aspects. Where do you want to be in 90 days? Do you want to be an area manager in 90 days? Do you want to be down 20 pounds in 90 days? Maybe it's both. And that's what we're going to work on. So it's mindful eating, which we know we have to do. But here's the thing. If we do mindful eating, we're also feeling better. So we're actually going to be able to better build our business as well. Your social network. So your social network, as we talked about with Facebook, that's one thing to help you build your business. You can say, look how great I'm doing. Look how good I feel. But your social network is also people who you're hanging out with all the time. Are you hanging out with people in a bar all the time that drink? Or are you hanging out with people at a gym? So sometimes your social network is what's holding you back. And really, if you think about hanging out with people who are sitting in a place where they're getting greasy food all the time or things of that nature, are they really interested in health? Not so much. If you're going to the gym and making new friends or even bringing a friend with you, okay, those people might be more interested in what you have to say because they are into health. So that's how we got to think about what we're doing. And we got to find balance with what we're doing too. So I don't want anyone to become overly obsessed with building their business, although I have moments of this. We have to have time for fun. We do. I know I'm allowing you guys to have fun, but you're allowed. I also like talking about different topics that I think are very relatable to everybody. So talking about stress and how we said, talking to moms who are really stressed. Everyone's stressed. If you can hit a stress topic, that really brings people in. Toxicity and cleanses, that brings people in too. People are really interested in cleanses. I can't tell you how many clean starts we've gone through this month. Very much into cleansing. Sugar is a big topic at this time, sugar and cravings. And I think people want to know how to not put on 10 to 20 pounds at this time of year. And we have the answer. We can help them with that. We know how to prevent them from doing that. So these are really good ways to open a conversation for these people and even show them how pulling back on these bad foods can reduce their metabolic age. Because don't we all want to stay young forever? All right, here's the last one on the bio tracker. The last one, I promise. But this is a page that I like to use. And I think that that little picture there is just, I just think it's adorable. Don't you? It's just so cute. And people will react to that if you use that on a Facebook post. So if you learn how to save that and crop it, it's really good for people to see on Facebook because they're like, oh, I want to come and try that. Can I come over? Can you do that for me? They'll want to be there. Another thing that I use a lot in building my business is cooking. So I like to cook for my IN.FORM groups. Now, I don't cook anything crazy. I don't even cook a lot. I just cook a little bit once a week, and whatever I'm deciding I want to cook is what I let my IN.FORM people try. I want them to be able to expand their palate. I want them to be able to try different recipes. I like to hide things in their food that they don't even know they're eating. I'm really sneaky like that, but it's really fun. And like the flaxseed oil, our flaxseed oil, I love putting that in people's food, and they have no clue they're getting all these good fats in. But I love the book that Robin and her mom have created, and I use that frequently in this this business because mostly they're IN.FORM friendly recipes. So if you don't have that cookbook, you need to get it. I have quite a few on my shelves, and they fly off the shelves. Great Christmas present here as well. So if you don't have this, please, please, please get it. Pretty much everything in there you can have on your IN.FORM plan. And people are always really appreciative of new recipes because they don't want to just keep eating grilled chicken every day. This is my assistant, Jessica, and I laugh because she keeps me going sometimes. So I know we can sometimes get down on ourselves, or we're not growing as fast as we should, or as fast as we thought we would, or, oh my gosh, I have no appointments today. Like, how sad is that? Or my IN.FORM group is only 2 people. Who cares? We'll find more people, and we're going to keep going. And you know what we're going to do? We're going to make a different post today, or we're going to send out an email today. And she's very good at keeping me motivated when I can sometimes get that little dumpy way. But it's all in remembering, what are we passionate about with our health? We really want to help other people feel better. So if we're always passionate about what we're saying and what we're doing, the people just come because they can just see it in you. They can sense it with you. And that's what's really important. I love asking people too, what product did you start with? Did you ever go to a convention and just ask people, oh, what was your first product? Mine was VSE because I used to get cold sores all the time. But I just think it's a really fun question. Or what's the first supplement you took? You could ask anybody that. And it's a really entertaining question that opens the door for any kind of conversation. And it helps you to meet other people too. So the other thing is too, how were you introduced to NSP? Some people weren't even introduced to NSP yet. They don't even know what Nature's Sunshine is yet. And then how long before you feel better? So, you know, we want you to share your story, but we also want everybody else to share their story too. Here's another one of my groups here. Nice selfie shot, right? But you don't have to wait for big groups to happen. It's one person, it's two people. I do them through FaceTime because I'm an iPhone person. So we do FaceTime. I have a couple that comes here and we do their appointment together as an informed couple. It depends on what you are able to give time to. And that's what I like doing. So if I'm doing a FaceTime session, they got their book open and we're doing 10 minutes, 15 minutes total, and they're telling me their weight and their measurements. And that's what I go off of. And then we got, you know, two people that come here and I will do some one-on-ones. It all is how you're able to run your business. You don't need 5 people. You don't need 10 people, okay? The people will come. So that's the other aspect of having a group. So I like to talk about rolling groups because I have my groups that are going all the time Wednesdays and Fridays. Those are my 2 days a week that I do my IN.FORM classes. Anybody can come in at any point. I will tell you though, to get a boost for my IN.FORM classes, sometimes I'll run a challenge, and that's when I'll bring new people in more frequently because I'm like, okay, we're going to do a weight loss challenge. We have, 6 weeks until Thanksgiving. So we're going to try to lose as much weight as we can before Thanksgiving or things like that. And then that brings a bigger influx of people into my life. I also offer incentives for referrals. So anybody who's bringing in more people into our group, they're obviously going to be signed up under the person that referred them. But, maybe give them $20 or say, hey, anybody who refers someone, I'll give you a bag of protein of your choice. Whatever you are able to afford. Maybe it's just, a little oil at some point. But show them you appreciate them, because the more you show that you appreciate what they're doing and helping you, the more people they're going to bring to you. This is one of my groups with Fit Body Bootcamp. They're a really fun, high energy group, and we talk a little bit of IN.FORM after our workout. And this is very important, and you have to go out there and be in your community. So if you're not someone who's necessarily into working out, what is it that you like to do? Do you like to be in book clubs? Do you like to be in church functions? You need to go out and build relationships outside of your home. So I actually belong to multiple gyms and yoga studios, and I'm out there on a regular basis, making friends, talking to people, and that's what you need to do, because great, we started here and now we got all these people, so they're buying, but now we need to find another group to purchase. So that's how we have to keep our group going. And then one of the things that I like to tell people, and not everyone does this because we're so not into the mail anymore, I love to send birthday cards to my clients. I just think there's something special about sending someone a birthday card. They feel so awesome knowing that they were thought of. And you spent that 40-some cents on them to send them that card. And they do feel good. And it's just a reminder like, hey, I was thinking about you, and, I appreciate you as a client. I hope you have a wonderful day. That little bit goes such a long way. There's my group from convention. So I do a little challenge with my group called the 72-hour challenge. In 72 hours, you are to write down 100 names and contact all of those people. And you need to contact them and tell them, hey, would you be interested in attending one of my classes to just see what it's about? Or, hey, would you be interested in maybe me doing a class for you and some of your friends? Or let's have a girls' night and we'll do a girls' night and we'll make some essential oil roll-on. Whatever it may be, but do it. I cannot tell you how immensely this has grown people's businesses. By doing this, you will take your members to managers. I've never had a person come back and say, no one wants to talk to me. No one wants to do a group, anything. Never happens. Anybody who does it, at least 10 people said yes to something. That's not bad. 10% out of 100 people. That's really good odds when you think about how you started your 72 hours with nothing. I think that's a win. So I like to use that with all of my managers and coaches. And this kind of goes back to our why, but how much money would you like to make a month? Do you want it to just cover your order? Do you want $500 a month? Do you want $1,000 a month? What do you need? And that sometimes is a way to tackle what people are dealing with too. Some people really need extra money because they can't afford our products. We're not in a very affluent area. So for us, getting people to have a little bit extra money in their pocket is a good business tactic for us, because people are like, oh, I can get my stuff for free. Yep, let's do this. That may not be as big in your area, but for us, that's very important because we don't have as much affluence here. Increasing your income, believe in your company, believe in your profession, and believe in yourself. You know that you're here because Nature Sunshine is the best. We are number one. We've always been number one, and we want to stay number one. When you believe that, and when you know that you have an awesome company, you are able to do your job. If you're ever worried about the products that you're selling, you're not going to be able to sell them the best way you possibly can. So you know that we have great products, and that IN.FORM kit is one of the best products in the world. Sell it. So remember your why. Why did you decide to become a coach? And in the end, to really build a business that can sustain you, you need to do it for 3 to 5 years. This doesn't happen overnight. I've been doing this business for a very long time. I haven't done it on my own for a very long time, but you know, there's going to take some time and there's going to take some work, but you have to treat it like a business. You have to give an hour every day to doing business practices for yourself. And this business will grow, I promise you. This is one of my favorite classes. That is my first IN.FORM group ever. And it was calf season, you can see. But yeah, this is my first IN.FORM group ever. They all did phenomenal. And all of those people have sent more people into my life. And that's what I love about what I do, is because now I have coaches, now I have other participants, and these were all people that were connectors for my first group. So when you're doing that though, remember to follow up with everyone. I even call the people that I don't see on a regular basis. I know they're placing orders because they're in my downline. Hey, how are you? What's going on? What's new? Is there anything I can do for you? And sometimes they go, yeah, you know, I had a question or whatever it may be. So remember, don't forget about those old people that maybe you haven't talked to in a few months. They're still purchasing, but you know what? Just give them a little, hey, how are you doing? You never know how much extra they may add to their order for you, or even recommend for someone else. And then identifying new coaches. So we had Brian in my house over the weekend. We had a really awesome time with him. He came and talked to, that's part of my managers and IN.FORM coaches there. Yeah, we had so much fun with him. And, you know, he was here helping to identify all of these things that are happening, like who loves to cook, who loves to share, who is all about this lifestyle, who needs the money. I mean, who do we need to invest in? And that is really why we had him here, to talk about all of these things that we're talking about together with some of my coaches. Because who is sending you the most referrals? Those are the people you really want to encourage to become a coach. and maybe work for themselves. Here's another, this is my yoga class. I'm in there. I don't know if you can spot me. This is my next favorite place to be a teacher besides my home. I love going in and doing my 30 to 45 minutes of IN.FORM class, and then we do yoga for 45 minutes. It is my favorite class that I teach, and everyone loves it, and everyone has so much fun, and we keep doing over and over and over. And these people are all like-minded individuals. They're all there because they want to be healthy. And so that's why it's so important. So there's a list of people that you can be looking into talking to and seeing that, hey, maybe they're a good option for me. I love this slide. It makes me laugh every time I see the stop making excuses. I'm a no excuses type of person, and I don't like excuses because I feel like they're just setbacks. And so when we're trying to help someone to become a coach or to build their business, we are trying to be relatable to them, and we share our personal struggles with them. And then we have to share their why they can do something instead of their why they can't. So, that's the thing. I don't have any time, or I'm so busy. And that's a big issue for a lot of people because they're not really sure what they're doing. So they're like, well, I'm so busy. I can't even sit down and do it. And that's why I always emphasize, take that hour, that 9 to 10 time for yourself, and you'll be able to make sure that there's time coming in, because I don't like excuses, because everyone has one, and we have to make the time. We have to schedule it, just like our exercise. We have to schedule our exercise in, don't we? Okay, there's my part of my living room there where my relaxed class happens. I love having this little bit of a setup, but the reason I really wanted to put this on here too was these are things that we do in our classes when we hold our monthly meeting for the managers and IN.FORM coaches. But the other thing too is I have a lot of my coaches come in and have them practice with my group. So if they feel like they're not ready or they're not able to do it on their own, well, come and teach a module in my class and see how you do. Or come and observe my class. Just be the fly on the wall so you can see how it's going. Yeah, they did my IN.FORM class, but it's different when you're in the hot seat and you're giving all the direction and trying to keep people going. So I wanted to make sure that you see that we have to sometimes bring other people in and let them work with us more. I think that it's more like how we talk about immersion, but I'm immersing them into the life a little bit more. I have a crazy life, and I have a crazy office, and I wouldn't have it any other way. I love it. I love that we're always busy, and for some people it's a little much. So, but they need to get plunged into it. But putting emails together, how to create messages, or what to say on a cold call, these are things that we could go more into at some point. But what are you willing to do to get to a better business or a higher rank or make more money? What are you willing to do, and what are you not willing to do specifically? Yeah, here's my other yoga group. Aren't they fun? So these are actually all yoga instructors. And these are all my yoga instructors that are becoming IN.FORM coaches right now. They love what we've done, and they think it's awesome. And so they want to do more of it. And they're really talented, and they're very educated in the body already. So this is just gradually the next step for them. And that's why I encourage you to go out and join some type of fitness class or exercise class, because these people you will find very easily. But what do you need help with? What do people need help with? And these are people that kind of will have the same vision as you. So there you go. Do we have any questions?
Kim, that was outstanding. We have not had any questions come in, but we've had lots of compliments. People have really enjoyed your very thorough presentation, and wow, you just had idea after idea after idea. And everybody's gonna end the webinar well fed. So on behalf of all of us, thank you for that outstanding presentation. Man, we need to get you back soon. That was really, really good. So hope you'll answer the phone when we call again soon, saying, Kim, you up for another one? That was phenomenal. So, oh yeah, in fact, a lady you know by the name of Barbara Rebar says one of the best of the best. She just typed that in.
Well,
and Annette says, you have given us an amazing amount of tools to add to our informed business. Robin types, thank you so much for sharing, Kim. So the accolades are coming in. So well done. Folks, if you do have any questions, feel free to type them in. I have a couple more slides that I'll quickly go over, and then we can check back on the questions and make sure that you get answers to anything that you might be wondering about related to IN.FORM. So I'm going to jump ahead a couple slides, and then we'll come back and see if there are other questions that have come in. Let's see, just want to make sure that you are familiar with a fun little program we have going on currently called the Microbiome Takeover. What does that mean? Well, you know what it means. As an IN.FORM coach, you are well familiar with the microbiome, that along with the BioTracker and several of the components that Kim reminded us of tonight. The microbiome is really what it all boils down to. So as the name suggests, we want to retake that microbiome that perhaps is out of balance. This is a concept that we would encourage you to share with your participants, to your potential participants, just the people that you're talking with on a regular basis. The idea is to suggest that they start their day with a nice quality protein, and you know where they can get a nice quality protein. We also suggest that they add a probiotic, and then accelerate all the good that's going on with the protein and the probiotic with a little bit of detoxification that we can deliver with our great Purify formula. I just ordered 6 boxes of Purify over the weekend. I love Purify, and I gave myself a little early Christmas present. So I am stocked up for the rest of the year personally, and love it. But this is a good example. This slide is a good example of one of the kits that has been put together. We do have half a dozen or so different kits made up of different kinds of proteins. We kind of mix and match. We've tried to get the proteins that are really, really popular and have a lot of appeal. So here's an example of 2 bags of the pea protein in the chocolate flavor, along with a bottle of our probiotic and a box of the Purify. So if you put this together in one of the microbiome starter kits, you'll save 25% off of what it would cost if you were to purchase the products individually. So it's a great savings to get somebody on a beginning step, perhaps a baby step into the IN.FORM program. Maybe they're not quite ready for the full kit, but they might be willing to invest around $100 to get 2 bags of protein and a Purify as well as the IN.FORM protein. So we encourage you to become familiar with these kits. You can find them under the promotions tab on our website. You can order them, of course, directly from there. You can learn what the different proteins are that make up the options. So consider putting this microbiome starter kit to use as we take over that microbiome. We also have created a fun little sampling kit that you see here. A box of our Purify, a box of our chocolate whey protein in the individual sample packages, and then also a box of our pea protein in the individual sample size as well. So you can get those 3 items for $97.43. So again, 25% off what it would normally cost to purchase those individually. So a great way to sample what it is that you do, what it is you're such an expert at a reasonable price that is hopefully a nice entryway into additional IN.FORM products with your help down the road. And Annette, boy, if you'll send me, Annette just quickly typed in, what is the stock number for the sample kit? I apologize, we should have that in the slide and don't. Check the website under the promotions tab. If you don't see it there, then let me know and I can find that out for you. So apologize that we don't have that on there. So let's see, we're going to back up just a couple slides here. Hang in there for just a second. Okay, so we have the microbiome takeover. We have that sample kit as well. Also, this is a great time now through the end of next month, the end of November. You can invite one of your participants that maybe is learning a little bit more about IN.FORM to consider becoming a certified coach by participating in our online certification program. You see that for now until the end of November, they can do that and save half. It's a 50% off the IN.FORM online certification course. That includes, of course, the certification itself. It includes the coach's manual and the shirt. And then they're fully ready. They can perhaps borrow your BioTracker if they need one until they're able to get one on their own. But that will get them fully certified and on their way to becoming, hopefully much like you, a very seasoned, successful IN.FORM coach. So once again, 50% off our IN.FORM online certification course now through the end of November. We also have our popular IN.FORM immersion going on. It will take place also in November 10th and 11th. Here you see a picture of Linda Lalonde. I would guess that most all of you know who Linda is. She's one of our top IN.FORM coaches in the entire country. In fact, she has 41 IN.FORM coaches in her Nature Sunshine organization. She knows how to produce great coaches, and she will teach you how to be a great coach and also how to produce great IN.FORM coaches in your group. So to do that, what you need to do is come on up to just outside of Chicago, Illinois, nice little suburb by the name of Downers Grove, Illinois, and Linda puts on a day and a half or a day and an evening of what we call the IN.FORM immersion, where you do get great hands-on training straight from Linda, just an amazing coach. We have, I've got part of my slide covered up, so there we go. You can see that if you come to the November immersion, there's a nice saving on that middle package of the IN.FORM coaching options. We have a $149, a $349, and a $549. With each of those, it's kind of a good, better, best. But for that better option, that $349 option for the month of November only, we're going to allow people to participate in the IN.FORM immersion for $174.50 rather than for $349. So again, if you have someone that wants to become a coach and they're okay traveling to Chicago, boy, let's get them there. If you want to come up and just get a nice little refresher, come on up. It's really, besides getting yourself there, which you take care of, once you're there, if you are an existing IN.FORM coach, it's super inexpensive. I think it's like $49 just to be there and spend a day and an evening with Linda to pick her mind and get all of her strategies. So yeah, that's a good place to become a even stronger, more seasoned coach. That will take place, as we mentioned, in Downers Grove, Illinois, beginning Friday evening, November 10th at 6:30. We go from about 6:30 to 9:30 on Friday night. Then we come back to her location. It's called the Natural Path in Downers Grove. Beautiful store with a nice meeting room in the back where all of this takes place. And on Saturday at 9 a.m. we'll come back and spend another 8 hours together. And it's very informal. The group size is pretty small. It's typically about a dozen or so. So it's very hands-on, lots of time to offer or ask questions of Linda and just really get the great strategies that she's discovered and utilizes to be such a great coach. And I was mistaken a slide or two back. I thought it was $49. That's if you take the online version if you're a seasoned coach and you go back through the online certification. But if you come to the IN.FORM immersion for existing coaches, you see it's only $25. So a screaming deal. Annette Turner, who is on our webinar tonight, she was up there a couple of weekends ago and had a great experience and I think would give it a strong endorsement. Let's remind you what our October Start Your Group promo is. If you start a group in the month of October, which we have a day left, basically, if you start a group with 5 or more people, you'll receive a $50 product credit plus a nice IN.FORM swag box. So some fun products, samples, different things that you can use in your IN.FORM groups, or however you would like to use them, maybe as prizes for your participants for certain activities that they do as a participant. So start a group with 5 or more, get it submitted. Remember, that's the key. We don't know who to send these promos to unless you actually go on to the coach's portal on our website and upload your group information. We need a picture of your group and then the names of the 5 or more participants. That's really all we need. Then we'll send off the we'll attach a $50 product credit to your account. We'll send off the IN.FORM swag box, and then as you accumulate IN.FORM product sales throughout the month, you can earn additional product credit. You see, if you have 500 QV and weight management product sales in your group during the month of October, then we'll give you an additional $100 product credit. If you achieve 1,000 QV in weight management product sales in your group during October, we'll give you an additional $100 product credit for a total of $250 in product credit, which is a lot. You can buy a kit for that or several other individual pieces in addition to that IN.FORM swag box. So just a little reminder, several of you have likely held groups during the month of October. Now is the time. Tonight or tomorrow, we need to have you get on onto the coach's portal and make sure that you input your group's name, your picture, and your participants so that we can get these goodies on their way to you. So with that, we do thank you for joining us tonight. But before we say so long, let me just take a quick peek at the questions and comments. We've had several come in the last couple of minutes. Let's see. Dorinda is asking a great question. Can we watch this again? Has it been recorded? If so, where to go? Dorinda, we have recorded it. It is currently being recorded. So yes, we will make it available. It usually takes us a couple of days. Watch for an announcement on our IN.FORM Facebook group page. But also, and this applies to really all of our webinars that we teach at Nature Sunshine, we have our own YouTube channel, and it's totally free. So if you go to YouTube, and then there will be an option where you can do a search under channels. So just click on channels, and in the search line, type Nature Sunshine Products channel. And if you do that, it will link you to our Nature Sunshine channel. You can subscribe to that channel, and you'll find lots and lots of past webinars, IN.FORM webinars, Education Week webinars, Success Week webinars, etc. So that's going to be the best place to go, Victoria, or Dorinda rather, is yeah. We'll make sure that you as a coach are aware of when it's available and where to go. But in the meantime, you might want to check out that YouTube Nature Sunshine Products channel. Okay, and then, boy, more great comments for you, Kim. Let's see. If you are still with us, Kimberly, Jane is asking, what do you start people with if they can't afford the whole supplement lineup? I'm thinking she probably means the full kit, the IN.FORM kit. Do you have some suggestions?
I always do the protein shakes and probiotics. And then if they can afford a third item, I bring in the berberine.
Okay, there you go. Great suggestions. And all of that would cost, what, a little over $100, Kimberly-ish?
Well, it depends on if they're doing 1 or 2 of the protein shakes for the month. But if you do 2 packs of protein, and that, yeah, it'll be a little over $100. So the other part of that, they also still get their bonus check for the month because it puts their QV over 100. So they do kind of like that because they go, ooh, I get a little check back. It's very exciting.
Nice. Okay, very good. Well designed, well thought out. Great. Thank you, Kimberly. And Blessannette and Robin, they have both sent in a quick little message with the promo number for, remember that sample kit that we looked at, we did call it a sample kit, didn't we? They've given us the promo number for that. So if you are interested, I'll read that off a couple of times. It's the letter P as in Paul, and then it's 320075. So P320075 is the promotional number for that IN.FORM sample kit that we looked at, the 2 boxes of protein samples and then the box of Purify. So thank you, ladies. Let's see. Barb is wondering if Kim can do some immersions, some certifying for those of you that live in the Cleveland area. I think we could make that happen, Barb. So Kimberly, if you want to give me a call in the next day or two, we can work that out. And I love that suggestion. That's great. Dorinda asks another question. Do we submit a smaller group, less than 5? Yes, thanks, Dorinda. We do ask that you do. We like to keep track of how many groups are in progress. And so the way that we know is by you going in and actually uploading your group information. So even if your group is less than 5, we encourage you to submit the information, start the group, and then you can actually add to it. So let's say you start a group with 2 people, and then maybe 3 or 4 weeks later you pick up another participant. You can actually add that 3rd participant to your existing group, and so on. And as soon as you get up to that magic number 5, then we will send you we'll give you the product credit as well as the swag box. So we do encourage you to go in, upload your group information, even if you haven't quite gotten 5 participants yet. All right.
And can I just give you a little hint? I put all my singles in a group because I have multiple single people. So they all go in one group, and that gets me to a 5. They're not here on the same day or at the same time, but it still works.
Absolutely.
And I just got my swag box on Friday, and it's awesome. I just want to tell you guys the shirts that we got are awesome. So get your groups in, because these shirts, you're going to all be jealous. You don't have one.
they do look good. Yeah, these are maybe the best looking IN.FORM shirts that we've had to date. So yeah, good.
Yeah.
Good comment. Thank you, Kimberly. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I think with that, we can call it a night, but not before giving one more big shout out to our phenomenal presenter, Miss Kimberly Cassidy, who really brought the house down tonight. So Kimberly, thank you again for your passion, your wisdom, your strategies that you shared with all of us. Everybody that is on our webinar tonight, I know is leaving with some great things to try to strengthen their groups, strengthen them as a coach. We sure appreciate each and every one of you folks that are out there changing this world, making it a little better place, one person at a time. So we applaud you. We thank you for your partnership with us, and we wish you much continued success as you go out and share your wisdom with a world that truly needs what it is that you can offer them. Have a wonderful evening, and until we're back together, keep up the great work, and we'll look forward to being back together once again very soon. Thanks so much, everybody. Good night.